Hey everyone, before I start this vlog, check out my website, ChevyDude.com. I got some new merch available. This shirt is comeback available. I've got a new shirt available, and I also have a couple more items that I think are really cool that people have been asking me about. So check out my website right at the top at the shop merch, ChevyDude.com. So after that merch plug, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm going to do a little bit different vehicle video review. As you can see from the title, I'm going to work on this 2015 Nissan 370Z. Now, if you remember the video, don't tell me to shut up. If you remember, if I could talk right after being rudely interrupted during my vlog, if you remember, I had the 2016 Z06 I sold for $75,000. That customer bought it from Delaware, which turned out to be my 50th state of delivering a car in every single state, which is really cool, really exciting for me personally, not really for you, as I mentioned in that next vlog afterwards. So right here is this 370Z, and I'm a little bored today, so if you want to be bored with me on days, it's spring break here in Louisville, so there's nobody in town. All my client base usually leaves town. I've still yet, after 8 years of working here, I've still yet to be smart enough to leave and go on spring break with them, but I just can't do it. So I travel a lot throughout the year, so this week actually can help me catch up on some other things. So if you want to, look me up on Snapchat, look me up on Instagram. Links are in the description below. I try to have a lot of fun on there. But not for that. Let's get into this 2015 370Z. So I have had this car parked right here on the showroom floor because it is an extremely awesome shaped car, extremely particular. Previous owner is a subscriber to my YouTube channel. This car came in absolutely perfect. So I did a sight unseen appraisal with it. With that being said, I wanted to make sure that I was getting a good car in return, just as much as I'm giving them a good car as well. So I had no trust issues, no trust factors with this customer. Everything was dead on as explained. So really awesome. You got that Borla exhaust, wink wink, nudge nudge Borla. I would like to have an exhaust on my car. He put an aftermarket radio in the car, which we're gonna get to that here in a second, but it also has a backup camera on it, which is very helpful. And one thing I like about this backup camera is it is movable, so you can move that to wherever you would like it to go, depending on your application. These are kind of like a gray wheel, so I like that it's a gray wheel. It looks black on camera, but it is a little bit of a gray. Maybe a little metallic in there, not much. But if I remember right, and the customer can comment on this below, I think he just put these tires on last year. So they're wrapped in Yokohama rubbers, 245, 45, 18s on the back. And I think they're the same on the front of these cars. I haven't sold one of these. No, these are 225, 50, 18s on the front. So they are a little bit staggered directional tire. So let's hop into this vehicle and I will show you some of the cool things. Now, the great thing about this is that it is a manual transmission, just like the Z06 I've sold. So he put these really cool car covers on here. My used car manager was like, car covers? Are you kidding me? And I'm with him on car covers. We usually take them off, but these look like high dollar, expensive car covers. So we left them on. They look like they're carbon fiber a little bit, which is cool. If you look under there, I don't think that seat has ever been sat on. Probably the day he delivered it, and that's it. I did not take them off because they're covered up on all the way through the car. So manual seat. So this will raise the seat up and down. This will do your back portion of it. This does your back like that. All that good stuff. Really nice leather wrapped steering wheel, traction control. That's your key slot in the event that the key is dead. The key battery is dead, I should say. Automatic lights, automatic windows, power locks, power mirrors as well. Dude, I'm trying to record a vlog, get out of it. I was gonna show these people on YouTube this nice exhaust system on here, but
all right, well,
you're in the way.
I'm gonna start it for you, so figure out how to start it, a manual yourself, you idiot, and record it.
I can do that.
I should give her a delivery.
So now we got that awesome Borla exhaust startup and Dylan out of the way. Let me show you some of the interior of this car. He put a really nice Kenwood radio in here, which I'm not a big fan of radios, aftermarket radios, because a lot of people just do cheap stuff, but this is a Kenwood radio that was not a cheap radio to put in. So the radio that my customer put in here is actually a really good radio. It retails today, it's a little bit older of a radio, but it retails today for just under 700 bucks. And I always tell everybody, if you're gonna put an aftermarket radio in your vehicle, spend the money. It's absolutely worth it. I think if you spend less than 1,100 bucks, 1,000 bucks on an aftermarket radio, there isn't too many good radios out there. I see these $200 and $300 radios all the time, and especially when you trade them in, there's always issues, there's always problems. You will sit there and be immune to a problem because it's just the way it works and you don't want to spend the money, but when it comes to me selling it, it sucks. But anyways, this is a Kenwood DNX 773S. I'll put a link in the description below so you can look into it more out there. So this is just shy of a 7-inch screen, very cool. Has 6 tilt adjust angles on the screen, so you can see that those are right here. You can see the screen is out a little bit. I have that out for the video demonstration. Built-in HD radio, Bluetooth for hands-free audio and voice recognition and all that stuff, phone calls. It's got some RCA video inputs for rear camera, which I showed you there earlier. Let's go down here to the home screen. So we got the home screen down here so you can kind of see the HD radios and Pandora and Spotify and all that stuff. You can come over here and you got the SD cards, you got HDMIs, you got audio, all that stuff, and then you come over here and you can kind of see some other stuff that it's available to do. So you can plug in a radar detector, it looks like, and all that stuff, which is not set up on this particular radio. Parking sensor. So there's all sorts of things that you can do with this radio. So like I said, this was probably really close to $1,000 radio, brand new, and absolutely worth it. So it looks like it's got some mirroring. I don't know if that is like Android Auto or CarPlay, but it's something really cool in there. Come back to the home screen and you got that right there. So if you want to go to Sirius XM, you can do that as well. Moving on to the rest of the vehicle, you can see we got 22,334 miles on the odometer. Really nice setup of the 370Z. So you have all sorts of good commands up here that you can do, and feedback and all that good stuff. You got driver information center up here so you can change the way these look, and then you also have them up here to control what's right there, so you can see the time, the miles, the range on the fuel, outside temperature, all that good stuff. So you can see all sorts of cool things here as well. So your fuel indicators there, your water temperatures there. So big tack right there. Speedometer over here, which I mentioned earlier. This is a manual transmission car. So down underneath the radio, you got the automatic climate control right here. So you got your fan speed, you can put it on auto, you got the temperature control there, and then you got the selector where you want the fan to come out there as well. On the steering wheel, you got the cruise control here, on, off, set, coast, resume, excel buttons, a cancel button. You got all the source buttons through here, so you can see when I hit the source button, that does work. It's another big reason I tell people to spend money on the radios, because sometimes these do not work anymore. So you got the presets up and down there, the volume buttons there, and then the Bluetooth commands right here. Lights are all automatic on this car. Absolutely great setup. You got the XM radio antenna over there. You got the GPS antenna over there. Very good setup, very professional setup, so we can tell it's been done well. We got nice big storage back there, just kind of like the Corvette. You've got the glove box in there, which is nice. That's empty. I'm going to show you where the owner's manual is, because I do have the owner's manual. That's really nice that they have an additional area for the owner's manual, because you can literally keep your goods that you need in there. If you need to keep your registration, your insurance, all that stuff accessible. Hop into the back. You see it's got the keyless access open there. Those are your floor mats. That's your driver floor mat. This is your passenger floor mat. You can see those are in absolute great condition. Nice storage area back here. It's nice to have a sports car with a little bit of storage, so if you want to go on a weekend trip, you can do that. It's lighted there to put stuff in there. Underneath this cover, you do have a spare tire with this car. If I can make sure I get it in there correctly. I'm trying to do this one-handed and operate. There's your jack. That is a tire right there. If I move this styrofoam thing, you can see the lug, where the lug nuts will go. So it's nice, it's got all that room in there. Fuel tank is on the passenger side. It's all keyless access. And then way back here, which is really cool, right back here is where your owner's manual will go in these 370Zs. Yes, the owner's manual is in there. I never looked for it. I mentioned it earlier in the video, and luckily I knew my customer told me it was here, and so we're all good there as well. And then inside here you have center console, and let me push the seat back a little bit. You'll see that there is a USB and aux input right there, if I can put the camera on it. So those are the locks for the wheels, because the wheels do have locking lug nuts on them. So he's got 2 keys, so you're good to go there. Let me show you a walk around this vehicle one more time as I close it up, and I'm going to show you one more thing that I do have for the vehicle. I do not have it with the vehicle, so I've got to get it, but let me do one more walk around and show you this absolute beautiful 2015 Nissan 370Z. Now the price on this car is just under $22,000 at $21,995. So if you want it, call me. All my information is down in the description below, and of course I can help with trades. Now I'll tell you this, on trade-ins, if you're in California or really far away, you're gonna have to pay for shipping to get it back here as well. So keep that in mind. If you do have a trade-in, sometimes it may be just easier to sell it on your own, but I can help you with trade-ins in the right circumstances. So before I show you this, I actually had never looked at this stuff yet. I knew it was there. I actually saw the window sticker and thought that was, hey, that's cool. And I forgot to show you one thing, and then also what I said earlier in the vlog was dead on. So let me open the door, let me open the trunk and show you what he did under the engine. Absolutely great upgrade. So I almost forgot the most important thing, and that is the customer put this K&N 69 series Typhoon intake system on. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful intake system for this. Now, cold air inductions makes a great intake system, but I don't believe they do it for the Nissan 370Z. So if you're looking for an intake system, check out cold air inductions. It's what I have on my personal car, but K&N is up there with the quality and whatnot. So you can see it's been done professionally. And then they also had the recharger kit. So he's taking care of this system as well. So absolutely immaculate engine bay on this 2015 370Z with only 22,000 miles. So back to this nice little yellow filter that my customer gave me. He has the full receipt for the K&N air system. Spent a little over $315 on that. We have the copy of the window sticker. He bought this car with 29 miles. He actually has an odometer disclosure statement in there. The seat covers that I showed earlier, I knew those weren't cheap seat covers. $204 on those seat covers. He has done a navigation update on this map system, so that is done. That's a $70 item, and the SD card is in the screen behind the or in the slot behind the screen is what I'm trying to say. And the last thing, next to last thing here is, oh yes, I was dead on. So $1,260 on that radio is what he spent back in 2016. Told you that was not a cheap radio, because here's why. So you have the radio itself, which that was an $899 radio. Then you have a Nissan harness, a dash kit, a camera, the antenna, the XM radio antenna, the labor to put it in, and then something else, access, that was 70 bucks. So 1,260 bucks is what he spent on that radio. Tony, you got to spend good stuff on radio. So mentioned earlier that it has the steering or the wheel locks on it. I have the lock ID card here, so that is protected, so you have that. He's all the manuals, I've showed you that earlier. The nav app update, I've got that. He's put in here, must use touch screen to answer phone. The steering wheel all work except for the phone button, so make sure you know that. He's always used Mobil 1 synthetic oil in there. Yeah, 1, 4, 8, 12, 16,000 miles it says. The Borla exhaust, the K&N cold air intake, seat covers is the only changes. So there is all the information on this absolutely beautiful 2015 Nissan 370Z. Again, 22,000 miles, has 22,000 bucks, 21,995 is the price on it. Hit me up, ChevyDude.com, down in the description below. It's got all the information that you need on this vehicle. Carfax, there's a link for a free Carfax. No issues on the Carfax as well. But anything I can do to help you out, just let me know. Look forward to working with you. Thanks again for watching. If this is the first time that you're viewing my video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and smash that thumbs up. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day, and